Morning, lovely viewer. Well, this that you're looking at here is the rose Snow Princess, purchased from Paramount Plants and delivered by them, one of their own drivers, driving one of their own vehicles, about 5 days ago. And she's got to be standing about 14 feet high. Not in flower at the moment, sadly, but if you're looking for that instant impact rose, that rose that will give your garden that immediate transformation, then this is something that really does hit the ground running. She is absolutely huge. Now the cost is not cheap. It costs £170 delivered. Very expensive, there's no getting around it. But what you are doing is you are buying time. You are buying a year, maybe 2 years worth of growth where you haven't got to nurture it. You haven't got to look after it. They do that for you. And they deliver it to your door for that instant garden transformation. And I've no doubt that the market is there. That is the market that Paramount Plants are aiming at. City folk with garden terraces, rooftop terraces, customers who are short of space and short of time. She really is huge. Now, I didn't buy it because I'm short of space, and I didn't buy it because I'm short of time. I bought it because I wanted this variety of rose. Paramount Plants, they claim that it is rain repellent, and they also claim that its flowers can hold on to the wind, hold on to its flowers a little bit better in the stronger winds. And as you can see here, that is 30 miles of open farmland all the way out to the coast. Now, I did have a David Austin rose here that it did not perform very well. It couldn't handle the wet weather that we seem to always get up here, so I wanted that rain repellency and one that can hold on to the wind. Now, I bought this rose from Paramount Plants. It's another instant impact rose, Rose Amadeus. I've done a review on it already, but that one I can confirm certainly does perform very, very well in the stronger winds and rain. It's that one, the Amadeus rose, that one certainly is rain repellent. So I bought this rose, this variety of rose, because of its strong ability to perform in the bad weather. Now, obviously, I would have preferred to have bought a much shorter rose and a much cheaper rose. For me to spend this much money, £170 on a rose, is not ideal at all. But availability of it meant that I had to go to Paramount Plants, and Paramount Plants do not sell this rose shorter and cheaper, which is very unfortunate. I'm not sure whether that's something that Paramount Plants will do in the future. I'm hoping it's an avenue they will take, but we will have to wait and see. The reason why Paramount Plants have this rose is because their nursery is in the EU, it's in Central Europe. Therefore, they are able to get hold of these difficult to source roses that you cannot seem to get in the UK at the moment. Ever since Brexit, there has been this thing: David Austin do not sell to the EU currently. They haven't sorted that out yet, and it's the same with some of these Cordes roses that come from the continent. They are not shipping to the UK, which is very frustrating. I'm trying to show you the condition of the rose here. Now, Paramount Plants, they do say that if you are not happy with the condition of the rose, if you contact them within 2 or 3 days, they will liaise with you and they will fix things to your satisfaction. That is something that they are claiming. Now, when I received this rose, there was some leaf yellowing. You see all these here. This has just been the last couple of days. Most of them have fallen off now, but there was an amount of leaf yellowing here, you can see. And there was an amount of powdery, a small amount of powdery mildew, which you can see here. It wasn't something I was too concerned about. It could have been simply from transportation, or it may be that this rose is not on the stronger side when it comes to health. And bearing in mind we're in September, this could simply be that it's a rose that when it gets to this time of year, it does start to drop its leaves. It's a bit too early to say, but either way, I wasn't too fussed about the health of this rose. I have tried to tie it back. Many of the leaves are still adjusting, they're still trying to turn. There's a lot of strong growth now coming through, and I've got high hopes. I've got high hopes for this rose. There's no budding yet, there's no sign of any flowering, but it is a white floribunda rose, and it flowers from June until late autumn. I have seen some photographs on the internet. I'll try and include some in here of it in flower. But she is a magnificent. She's a huge rose. She is absolutely huge. Now, I've no doubt that the city dwellers who buy these roses, they just go for the colour, pink, white, red. They read the write-up, and then they click buy. They put it in their shopping cart, and they just pay for it, and then they have something like this delivered. But for the mere mortals like myself, the mass market, you may have some more questions before parting with your hard-earned cash. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. There's no getting around it. But all I can say is I've dealt with Paramount Plants twice now, and for me they have been very good, albeit at a price. I would like to see their website a little clearer when you try and separate the roses on their website, to see a rose that is stronger on health like the David Austin website, or stronger on flowering, or stronger on scent. On the Paramount Plants website, it is a little more clouded. The writing is there, but it's just not as clear. That's something I would like to see. I would like to see improved. You can see there is strong growth coming through. You can see the canes going up. It's got some great canes. They say with regards to this rose, it does respond well to a good prune, so I'll be doing that later. But overall, I am very happy. It's just a shame that they do not sell the cheaper and shorter roses. For me, obviously, I would have liked to have seen it grown, to nurture it as part of it for the mass market like us. But I'm not sure that is an avenue that Paramount Plants will take. I think they do sell smaller roses in some of the varieties, the cheaper roses in some of the varieties, but not in this variety, and not in the Amadeus variety. But they do claim, and it's good that they do state, that this rose puts up with the weather. That is something David Austin doesn't do. So we've got to be grateful for that. And I've no doubt that this will perform very well in the weather that it's going to face where we live here. That's why I bought it. But ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching 10 minutes. I will, on my channel, you will see this rose, I've no doubt, in flower. I hope later on this year. I'm hoping it's going to have at least another flush before the winter sets in. But we're well into September now. But if not, you'll certainly see it next year. But I have high hopes for this rose. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for watching.